It's another beautiful morning inside this beautiful country where we call Sierra Leone. So from me to you, from Brigitte to you, we're saying good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, wherever you are, wherever you're listening from, for example, Mechanic, Kenema, Poloko, Daru, wherever you there, and even if you're outside of Salon, you watch we live on with Facebook right now at Radio Fry. A very good morning to you. Welcome to yet another episode of the Breakfast Mix. And say this is still the month of July, and today is the 21st day. And today, I don't know, and I think we need to ask this question, a general question, added to the question we for ask today. Now the 7 days again they pan come because me I don't understand what's in the go on right now. I definitely don't understand.
Well, we pause small Nanette.
It paused on it. Oh yes, he paused on it. He paused on it. And this morning, as I wake, I'm like, okay, can you give us like just 24 hours, like during the day I beg because me I don't have also. And we now we they use dog umbrella. We just the commander again no more me and again the ulon. So basically, and it's I soak. But we hope say on ourselves they taking some precautions because the sick look boku right now. All man they complain cold, all man they complain fever.
Indeed.
And say we love you at Radio Fry. So please again, if na because the umbrella na work. Perhaps the rain they come small, so because the rain is so windy where it come. But I don't know if it's the same like the other regions them. I don't know if it's the same they happen and then like Bo, Kenema, McKinney, but we have free on here, so you don't pass 3 or 4 days now where the rain they come continuously. But we there for talk about family issues inside this month of July. And yesterday in conversation, I also enjoy them because they calls themselves okay, so it's not been called Boku, right? That was just few calls. Them be shy because one call say with the listen. But today you know want to make one call because that was another interesting topic again. Today on the another guest. But before we start the conversation, we just want to take a look at the verse of the day. And the verse will come up from James 4:1, and he say, "What causes fights and quarrels among you?" It's a question, basically. Don't they come from your desires that battles within you? This is a question. Maybe we say the God the true at you. Say what thing they cause quarrel and fight among you. Sometimes if you look deep within it, they come from your own desire where you battle within, and sometimes it can be ego where people can get the better of them. And there's a video I saw. I wish I hadn't saw that video on Twitter, and I've been traumatized since, and it's really sad because at the end of the day it's all about ego. It's just two bobonem, like the other one old enough, they run away, the other one they feel like you need for prove a point to impede them. They run, they advance. But if person old enough, it's not somebody where you be say you need for run towards. But in do the unthinkable, it rush towards the boy, and the boy like in defense they make it answer like the nef just cut a major vein, and like he just happened, so you could see it on his face, like he only next, so that's when realization dawned on him, saying I'm actually dying. And then he dropped and gone, and it was really sad because there was nothing that could be done because a major artery way to supply blood between the heart and in brain 9 and 7, so, and it was really sad, and he died within that instantly. That's what God they tell me. Sometimes it's just we own what the battle within we. Sometimes we just want to prove a point, say okay we are all that, but in reality it doesn't really matter because 1 hour after when you look back, you will regret even engaging in the fight. But you go come see because it's not leakage again. You go come see how this gets relationship with the topic for today. And for continue for listening to Radio Fry on 97.1. And remember, so we do live on Facebook as well. You can go there at Radio Fry and go see we vis-a-vis. Or you can go on the website www.fryfry.life and we get a prayer line where you can utilize basically after we the show done because we get for day until 11 o'clock. So no, I'm making miss out on this topic.
Indeed.
But stay tuned, stay fried. We'll be right back after this break.
At Radio Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry 97.1 FM.
Yes, welcome back to Radio Fry 97.1 FM, the show where you listen to now the breakfast mix here. And the time inside the studios right now is 9:14 a.m. And today, just in case you wake up, you say, Whose day today? Today na Thursday,
Yeah.
the 21st of July. And we there so me on voice na Brigitte Dalton to say.
And Mina Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
And we can talk about very, very critical topic as usual.
Yes.
Because I don't think say any topic there inside this family affairs way lighthearted.
No.
But everyone na a concern to people them
Right.
where they go through
Yeah.
And today we look at some of the conflicts, how conflicts then can come up inside families and waiting at some of the triggers them where they cause some of these conflicts. Now we can talk about. Remember say we now you audio visual radio station, which means say we're there on Facebook right now. All you need for doing that just type in Radio Fry Fry, and we're also there on the website as well. If you not get Facebook, you're not able to go on Facebook at the same data system. Just type in www.fryfry.live and you're able to see we there live. The best thing on Facebook is that you actually able communicate with us, so you can go under the live feed, type in your comments, and also if we talk anything when you feel say yes, it's true. Myself don't experience that. You want to talk and quick, don't say you get work for do or you get some side for go. No worry, just text we on 088-971-971 or WhatsApp we on 088-971-971 and we'll be able to do that one day. In the first hour, we'll get to talk about waiting at some of the causes of conflict, and then in the second hour, something you can tell we now we can cause conflicts now you and us.
yes. Because we will take a look at misunderstandings within family. I think the way they happen between family members, them because of some people then all different beliefs and different views can clash sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes then conflict can occur where one person they actually misunderstand the other person and they jump to the wrong conclusion because at the end of the day, sometimes we get carried away with our own thoughts and our own interpretation of what that other person might mean. Just because when it comes to communication, sometimes people can say a lot more with their actions than they actually say with their words, and sometimes we self can misinterpret those actions basically. So the issue of conflict basically when not resolved peacefully can lead to arguments and resentment. It just start like where brother and sister get plabber and there is no like an ostidom and actually try to find out what happened from this person in your point of view. What happened from this person in your point of view. If now the person we actually wrong, then tell them say okay you wrong, and tell them say okay the person you wrong, apologize to them. But sometimes they can say oh now you big one for just left hand, so you the small one beg the big one, just because that small one might have felt like get the justice where it need. It can lead to subsequent fights them and resentments can build where it be say even the way when they interact with each other inside the household, it can the environments can be hostile in a way, even especially between the man and the woman, where we say not sit down, they able to try for just dive into waiting happen, we make una able effectively apologize, because some man say I am sorry or even accept the fact say me I do wrong. It can be very very difficult. That word I am sorry and sometimes you say some man for make you say it's like it's a huge problem basically. And then say teeth and tongue. Then they live inside, get 32 teeth where they live inside small mouths. And it is normal for many families then disagree with each other from time to time. Occasional family conflicts are part of family life, But however, that ongoing one can be very, 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 very stressful and damaging to the relationships and the bonding within the family. That way be so now waking in the morning, hey, not touch me, why don't put me sus, why don't make so? I don't like this so, a person they touch this so. And sometimes it's all about, my person not touch me couple, my person not touch me spoon, or that puts me. These are things that are normal because it's human. We all get things the way it sets we up. We all get how we like for do certain things. Just like how Brigitte go say she's a very organized person. He like for put things like me, so me I go say me I'm careless in a way. I make why they put things there. I know all stuff how they put me to them because I know say what ready for them. I know one stress. I know say okay my phone before I sleep I put them na the right side of my bed. So as I wake in the morning I take them I eat them. But if I wake now and not see and day, that's when I the gap now run come on I do. Would I don't take me phone? These are things that are normal. But I will be say like major issues when I be saying a disagreement then where they take a longer time, it can be very, very damaging again to the household. And if I now say the environment they become toxic because in an instance where we say my mom and papa don't fit and they're not able to effectively resolve the conflict, it's like then they become an enemy within their own household. Sometimes it's just that this person will come and can't put chop on a table. He left and he go. The other one, I can't take away. Come, go tell your papa say eat dinner at table. Yeah, go tell mama say like the pikin they can become like a mediator between. And now again, the pikin they put the pikin in a confusing state because they not can understand stuff waiting they go on or waiting for or how for resolve this. All they know is waiting them be they enjoy before. Then they enjoy and now the mama because probably before say mama papa come on work on all they can see them. They watch film, they laugh, they eat together. But now that they know they happen and the pikin them are left confused in a way in most instances and then they keep waiting and call and I make an encourage say communicating in a positive way can also help for reduce conflicts them so that family members them can reach a peaceful resolution. This usually means that everybody agrees or compromises or agrees to like when I can say let's agree
to disagree.
Because at the end of the day, when you and Posty make plaba,
we're not going to arrive.
The thing is, the thing for plaba is, even you were the wrong, can hurt the other person. Even through words or through actions. You understand? So sometimes person don't wrong you, and the way you react to that wrong day, instead don't hurt that other person. So sometimes communicating in a positive way and getting for understand yourself, like understanding each other from each thing, see things from each other's perspective can go a long way. Like for instance, a friend of mine recently, was it the day before yesterday? Basically, it's something as simple as an Instagram post. In girlfriend actually do an Instagram post where he tags somebody else, another guy, and say to the girlfriend, it's like now in best friend, a guy best friend, a friend of the opposite gender. So now he type I love you and post some from her perspective it's something that is innocent. He just like out on a platonic way. It's not like I'm in love with you. But when the guy saw that post, he felt disrespected, and he's like, this is what you go around throwing, because for him the word I love you gets so much meaning, and they just throw him around. So when he saw that a person do that, he felt disrespected. And he said, take him down, and the girl felt like, okay, I don't take him down, but you need to see whose side are they come off from. And the guy was like, I don't need for whose side they come off from. And then they lead to a confusion. And these are two people that are inseparable. And I get them like, where is this person? He was like, me not even know what that person was. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then he was like, this and this and this and this is what's going on. I'm like, first of all, you both need to sit down and understand things from each other's perspective. Yeah. When she was posting that, she was posting it from an innocent point of view. For her, she can just go, just like how I can tell people, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Not everybody can tell her what I love you, I love you, I love you. It carries different meaning. But why you don't understand your own point, like, okay, I should not be saying it because to you it carries a lot of weight. You need to understand as well, whose side in the come from, so like you're able to understand yourself and move forward in the future. So it's not going to lead to more confusion. And then they sit down, they have the conversation, and then they understand each other. It was like after that they go back to being normal. That is positive conversation, understanding each other from the your perspective. So even a man or woman, brother and sister, sometimes I just need for understand also the other person they come up from. From your own perspective, you can be 100% right.
Yeah, it's true.
Because now they tell me story. It just like why can't tell me story. I don't can't say them if
they tell the other person.
They tell the other person. I tell them from how I see them, waiting me feel how this instances all make me feel, and now that person will go telling your story. Instead of go talk from your perspective, how things happen, how we see him, how we view, and make he reacts the way he reacts. So at the end of the day, it just boils down to make everybody accept in your own wrong in waiting and do, and say, I am sorry for waiting I do, for this thing where I do, and how it make you feel. Then the other person self say, I am sorry. And the thing about conflict resolution, especially within family, I feel like each member, this is a personal belief though, if something go wrong when I get confusion, each person for say I'm sorry. Because your reaction to how that person they do you is also hurtful to that person. When that person no more say, I am sorry, that you feel say, I'm sorry. Exactly. It can lead to resentment because the person they feel like, you wait. Next time, I'm not going to say I'm sorry, I anger for you. So that can lead to subsequent problems than just like how we say. And especially when it comes to emotions, it can be very strong, and the power imbalance can also be present in relationship where we say it can be difficult for resolve and also be difficult for address in a counseling situation. Counseling maybe say we not get. And the power structure, again, we take a look at the power structure, like a man and a woman, the gender imbalance. Just like how Bintu mentioned yesterday, that man and that woman, we get conflict, and the whole chiefdom, all the woman puts on and say the man for can beat them. They're not even wants for no things from the woman in your point of view.
Yeah.
That's a power imbalance there. And then there can be the instances in most homes, like you say, you woman, they get right over you, man. Just go but to make you beg them. Like sometimes you just need for your that person from your point of view. And if you know you're gonna, if that person not feel like say himself in your own side of things matter, it can affect the dynamics in the home. We can lead to boku of misunderstanding within the family, where grudge can come inside to the point where it can be say some family can become separated. You go see some brother and sister go, they go say me and my brother and sister, you don't take past 5 years, we know they talk.
And you're not for gladdy for that one day.
And you're not for gladdy, because if you take a look at the root cause, like it can so like now something fickle, some small thing will happen, but just because they're not being solved amicably, and everybody feel hard and everybody feel like myself contribute to waiting don't happen, so then it be like resentment because the family they can't break now, and things get to that point where it be say now for resolve themselves it can be hard. And in developed countries like counseling can present man can say, like especially in married circumstance, and can say, let me go for couples therapy. But then even the couples therapy self where you go, the therapist most are not can talk. Now I can do the talking. Then it just they ask you how you feel when this person do this, how you feel with this person. At least at that point it's now all they listen to each other. I'm not gonna try for understand why make this person react the way he reacts. So time check almost to the clock right now 25 minutes after 9, and today now Thursday the 21st day of July 2022, and today we talk about misunderstanding in family. I don't break them down, and when we come back we can talk about some of the common reasons them we can cause family misunderstanding. We be say people like by say the maga everybody don't go their own everybody don't go their own separate ways, and it can become unresolvable, and the family members then they become enemy, and some man can even die and they not resolve that issue, which is not really good by the end of the day. But we'll continue for stay tuned to Radio Fry 7.1, the program again at the breakfast mix. We will be right back, so stay tuned, stay fried.
At Radio Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry 97.1 FM.
And welcome back to Radio Fry on 97.1. Again, the program now the breakfast mix, and stay with day on Mondays to Fridays at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the plus is we are also an audio video radio station. So if you agree on 97.1, remember say the able to see we vis-a-vis on Facebook as well. So don't forget to go on with Facebook, like we page, follow, engage we live chat, just in case you want to make any contributions or you get any question we want to ask. But we want to go to waiting they cause family fight, but before that let me take a look at the quote of the week.
Yes, indeed, the quote of the week is coming from Desmond Tutu, and he says, you don't choose your family, they are God's gift to you as you are to them. And Pancreo, he say you not a pick your family, then are God in gift to you, just like how you not gift to them. And we always can say where the couples and they come together are in choice, but we the born picking not so in choice. So now I make family that family, right? Any kind of way, you just get for live with them anyway, and try for resolve on our differences or on our conflicts or issues, for let on our able to go before. And I like where you say inside any human moths, you defend 32 teeth.
Yeah.
But sometimes they can jam it, they cause problems, right? Yeah. And other times they still did it together, swimming together, helping me.
Yeah. It's just that I think most people are aware of this parable though. I think it can mostly come during election time where they can say, you see the moths get that man that I like the way they say in poetry, but it's a poet actually. He said the moths get 32 teeth and one soft tongue. He says sometimes the teeth, they bet the soft tongue. but when something fasten at the teeth, now the tongue they call. So you see, at the end of the day, you fight, but it's the conflict how come about for solve now can determine how they move forward with our family and how the dynamics go they moving forward.
Indeed, and now we can look at some of the common types of family misunderstandings or misconceptions them we can cause conflicts them within families. And we know say of course with every family there's always a potential for a dispute in some kind of way, in some kind of family. And where you look at family, you see say adult siblings, you see say parents, children, even extended family, we all can get some sort of conflict or something will come up, a potential threat or dispute. And one key thing where it can affect most families now, money, especially in poor countries like Sierra Leone. Money is a big issue. And from fighting over like inheritance, disagreements, in terms of who that they get the parents their inheritance, or in terms of inheritance of properties that are available. Other than the big ones, so let me forget the biggest, then kind of things, and and fights then can come up a lot. And some members then can feel treated unfairly, that they're not even given a fair chance or share for let them even be part of the family wealth. And so they harbor some kind of like resentment over the years. And because money is often associated with meanings and emotions, it can run quite deeply for people, you understand? Like if I buy, like how can I be explain about a polygamy relationship? If I buy one pen, I guess I'll buy the same exact pen for everybody. But if I go buy gold pen for this one, then I buy rubber pen for this one, then go feel like say, why you give this one the gold pen? They can't give me this plastic pen. So you see how emotions and feelings and meanings can come about because of money. And some people can feel like say others have cheated them or disrespected them and their entire lifestyle because of financial instabilities or financial conflicts. So if me think say me na the big one, and I me think say I forget 60% of with papa in wealth, the small one, and then forget 10% or whatever it is. At the end of the day, that 60% when me don't take, it is unfair. And I go buy oats, I make so. The younger ones then go feel cheated. Then go feel like say, how come you got the bigger chunk? You the able make something of your life, me and able. So that then they feel resentment because of that. And some people can get like associations of painful emotions that they're not able to forget. No matter how hard you try to talk to them or try to console them, then just not able to remove them from their memory. And families and they fight over money like all the time. And when it becomes really serious, it becomes very devastating. And if you not resolve them quickly, it crumble the entire family setup in itself. A second thing where can cause conflicts within families, now family business. Some families then can engage in a family-run business. So, for example, if you get a shop, if you get a restaurant, or you get a boutique, or a supermarket, some people can make sure that they employ their family members for be part of that family business day. And it can often start from single families, like where the man not be done married, or where sometimes the woman not be done married. They don't come together now, and now we cancel for pass on the inheritance again, the succession of that business. They become an issue between the picking them, particularly, and so siblings them tend for fet where it can to the business, the family business aspects of it, because somebody need to take control, somebody need to take charge, somebody wants more past the other person. And of course there's no sibling where get for say, well, I don't want. You definitely get for want. And so some of them because of the infights where can happen, then can often just need for just not invest in time or whatever into the conflicts where they happen. But again, it cause animosity between the siblings or between family members, and it can even extend to grandparents if they're around, or aunties, because then can one call them on board for can settle the case in SESF. The third one is in-law related conflicts, and we already talked about that one during the week. We've been talking about how in-laws can have an influence negatively, sometimes good, but negatively into your marriage, into your family home. And it's the same way it can to family conflicts. In-law related conflicts can come up. So you get scenarios of the mother-in-law or the father-in-law or the daughter-in-law versus the mother-in-law, whichever one you want to call it. And they have personality clashes. Number one, you get the in-law way, in-law living life, in things say in know everything, in get the rights over everything. It kind of say you don't they do everything you own way. Income can they begin for dictate to you what you supposed to do inside your own house, and you don't want to like I'm not going inside your own for go cause conflicts. Why you for can inside me own for can cause conflict? Exactly. So the clashing of personalities can happen within families, and now something we're actually very rampant. It's all around the world, not to just Salone, but now something we're very, very rampant. Where they try for set this new adulthood, this young person, we don't come up, you don't get married, it then in married those, this new set of parents trying to establish himself, and then you have interference from other family members them as well. And even when it comes to raising children, how for treat you spouse, how for spend you money, like some of them can watch you say, oh, you just spend too much on this, no, you need for put your money so. And if you make a comparison, sometimes maybe they have a fair point, sometimes they don't. They just want to have a say in your life. So sometimes that one, they can cause some of the in-law related conflicts. And then we get conflict over family events. And when we say family events, the most important one is wedding. It's wedding where everyone wants to take charge, especially the parents. You get for sure say this na me pikin. And so you get some interpersonal problems then we can come inside, especially where you get for plan related to work, or you they plan with money, you they plan with time, and sometimes things are not can go as you plan for, and so it cause anxiety. Imagine you get that kind of in-law where very picky about certain things, and you don't try for impress and so much, and then everything just doesn't go according to doesn't go according to plan. It just makes the situation worse. Like, why me? What is
happening? And the funny thing we can happen in those instances basically is how people can get angry over they not serve me. Then it can cause a huge problem as well, right? Because you look at the food serve, because when you take a look at marriage food, it's like there is so much going on. And in most instances, especially in traditional, so like this traditional wedding, also we say probably there is no invitation, and you come from an extended family. Like a lot of people and they come. Sometimes if you're in that area, or like every people in the can get. So let me say you budget for 500 people, but sometimes you get over 600 people we could come and they married. And you know, the salon will get this habit where it be safe, then give person one invitation. 5 people they for that one invitation day. So if them sometimes food waiting and call can come inside. Also all man can get served. Where then there's some man can harbor some kind of resentment for that day. Even if it's a close relative, I feel like for more for be understanding the present situation at hand. Because some you go see so the bride go day up in table, then they go and go food don't know, drinks don't know, this person talks so. Like at that particular point in time, now the happiest are the people in their life. Also they never make you can begin tell them but how they not serve you chicken, then give you a jollof but chicken not there on top. So man can like why would they cover weddings as a photographer? I get so many instances, experiences of Dandy. Like it gets to one point, we begin include them in we wedding package. They tell the bride say, just find somebody that they will be say they act in your own position. Tell your family ahead of time. Say anything I want talk. When I tell this person are in the handle and like I go serve like me PA for that day. Because sometimes some of the issues they not even make sense. You can so man can say me, and it can go to the point that then they even like scatter. Some cousins they cannot even talk to each other again because and they want to go in married, they not serve me, not even grasping the reality or probably waiting to happen. Say probably not so you want, but some man can take them so personal and they can lead to some major family conflict. Maybe say like even if you don't pan case self or talk some married after they married, then they get family meets when they can sit down and all man they can link grievances. Some grievances then they can be about me, they not serve me, then give me your love chicken all day. I'm like. Is this really happening right now? Is this really? Are we fighting over our chicken? But the chicken, you see the person, he able afford the chicken. But me say I never understand why so much emphasis is being placed on that chicken for that married day. But it's some of the funny things and what we can take as okay, this is not worthy for many people and fight over.
But then really they fight over.
Yes.
It's a serious issue. Even when it comes to events, them, when it comes to like making lists.
Yeah.
Issues of who's on the list, who's not on the list. I tell you, Boku Fets in the common, the location of the event. No, oh my God, our family resident.
Yeah.
Saying that so we don't they do the event. Then this person can say, no, I don't want that one day. I want a new neutral location. You need to follow the family traditions.
Exactly.
So all those different things that can come up, and we can construe now our own mind with a set up things the way we think in our top priority.
Right.
And that one they can cause a lot of issues within families. But we hope so that they enjoy the conversation. We have to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue to go on some of the misunderstandings that we can happen in families, we can eventually lead into conflicts. Continue to stay tuned and stay fried to Radio Fry Fry.
At Radio Fry Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry Fry, 97.1 FM.
Welcome back to Radio Fry Fry on 97.1. In case you just joined me, a very good morning to you and welcome to the Breakfast Mix. We there every Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And time check almost to the clock right now on 9:46. And today, on Thursday, the 21st day of July, 2022. Me on Voice Radio, Isomina Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
And I'm Brigitte Dalton to say.
And today, because July is the month of family, so we did talk about family issues, affairs, everything. And today, particularly, we don't focus our attention on family misunderstanding. We're seeing exactly on family misunderstanding and understanding, even some of the common causes them, we can lead to misunderstanding within the family to a point where you say families and they become enemies. We don't highlight a couple, we just don't highlight couple like money, and one key issue, family business when it comes to in-law related conflict, mother-in-law, father-in-law. That ain't looking funny, and conflict over event. And now another key one is a sibling conflict over care of elderly parent. This can be a major issue, especially if the parents then don't become like sick. Because with old age it can come with sick, and it can be very, very, very demanding for providing or be the primary caregiver. And sometimes siblings then can fight over this. In most instances, I think in we society a lot they just expect the girl picking them for be the primary caregivers. And most times, instead can get in your family where they care for with that responsibility, they can be very tasking. And the boy picking them now not able for take the mama can't go now the house because in the instance where we say the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, then they at war with each other. Or if the mama go now the house, you go one for go dictate to the mother-in-law how for running house. But if you deal with the girl picking, in most instances it can be easy because now indoor menu, so it can just make suggestion and it can seem as a problem in most instances. So in this kind of thing, it can become very, very much difficult to make siblings them able find an amicable solutions, and that's how resentment can build because the girl picking or the person way become the primary caregiver, they feel like say, be just my own responsibility. Mr. Guys for make her able get like be free for do most of anything. They are taking care of the parents. They take up so much of my free time. I'm not gonna even time for do this or do this. Or while the other people they look at them now, they look about their daily life. So that kind of thing they happen, and sometimes it can lead to family meeting. Family meeting said then they do come with conclude. Even if other person decides to say okay, let's take come, but that person way they take themselves, they get your resentments within within the heart. And some man can go as far as feeling like say like okay, this now mama or this now papa, then we don't do their own part in taking care of us when we're kids, and now time for make we self play with your own part in taking care of them, and not go understand why you as the pikin they shy away from them, they run away from that day, and because of that love and that sometimes protective instinct we get, they begin develop resentment. So because you feel like say or a brother or sister because you feel like say then they abandon when our parents them, and our parents will be say say give una or provide for una with everything we una need. And that's one of the leading causes of conflict within the family, especially when it comes to taking care of the elderly and sick parents. And then say step parents and stepchild conflict. Sometimes when you talk about adopting a stepchild, that's something we say very, very, very serious and an emotional endeavor, because we accept for be a step parent, it can even become more difficult and more like it's more serious at the end of the day. So in instances, let we say in cases where it be say probably that combined family, the man is a widow, man a widow, right? I think a widow are the word.
Well, it's for both.
It's for both, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. The man a widow, the woman a widow, then get their own picking and can come together. And sometimes the only complication we can do now how for merge the family values, merge the family waiting and go and see how best they can able coexist. But let's say in that instance, it be say a polygamous family, it can be very, very difficult to manage the relationship between the stepchild and the step parent, because again, it's instinct. We all loyal to the person we immediate to we. It's just that like if you get 5 wife, the first woman in Pekin and go lawyer because they feel like say their mother was there first and the mama deserves so much more. Why go take other woman, and that's the Pekin and the second woman or third woman, fourth woman, and some go lawyer to the young waiting and call, because they feel like say okay, we don't come, but also forget fear treatment. And the instance, just like I mentioned, when it comes to polygamous family, it be say everybody should be treated equally. So if you buy green pen for one person, all man forget green pen. If you buy gold, all man forget the gold. But in the instance where it be say probably one set of woman and in picking them, they get like luxurious treatment, and the other one they feel slighted, then there is a huge problem with the immune from Nandi. Parents, woman and woman go become enemies. Even the picking and self go become enemies, and the step picking and the step parents themselves, they become like enemies. And that's when you see it can become then kind of family. Then later, so you can go inside there and you don't even know where see they go. This is a brother, but there's always a but at the end of it. And even the way they relate with each other, even the way they act. And in those instances, if the man, let we say, can die, then the family can become totally separated, because everybody they go in your own way. Every woman go take in your own picking, go sit down in your own sit down. All man fighting way now. And everybody go to try for prove a point, say, oh, me own picking and go better pass this other person your own picking. So it's a situation where be say can actually divide family them. This is another serious one, and it's very common, especially in our own salon setting. You will find out say if we open the phone lines, please do not be shy. This is something that you have experienced. If I'm make we shy, I'm always see the realities of what can actually go on in we family. And actually another one, then say another cause of misunderstanding. Now we divorce parent and the conflict over care and discipline of them picking them. Just like how we don't make mention on previous shows, basically sometimes divorce now something it can happen even if you try for prevent them. But when it comes to co-parenting, it can be very, very, very tasking, because sometimes it's like, okay, when the picking and day to the woman go say now 8 o'clock when they go sleep. Where then they to the man go say, okay, when I sleep, anytime one for can't sleep. So then they can begin. So if the picking come over to the woman, we can say now go sleep. So the picking, papa say any someone for go sleep, the man they begin feel like, oh, you dey pan choke me picking them against me. And if anything back, the man don't tell the pikin not do this, and we cancel my mind, okay, and when he go, he say, okay, mama say okay for do this. Then the confusion they begin coming inside, because the parents and they feel like say the one parents they instigate the pikin against them, because not make it listen. And when it comes to taking disciplinary action, you go sit down and go say, no beats me pikio, no then beats me pikio, the man but na discipline one for this, they want not to me pikin, self not get right. So then they can come with so much confusion. It be say like it can the pikin that can just left no more in the middle. Sometimes that makes some people like can come to the till we take a logo left and to one pan like a neutral place. You not get them, me not get them, logo left probably to an auntie, go left and to a grandma or grandparent, anyone, even our grandpas or go left and at least that's a mutual place where we say we both can get an agreement on. Even at that self, so man can say, I know, go back to me your mama. And I say no, go back to me your mama. So it can become a conflict where we say it can ask for resolve, and sometimes they can just fall apart. One parent could just say, waiting. Okay, and see now you want discipline the pikin, now you want take all thing, or you take the pikin there now. Where any I beat say where them big, then go must ask say where them mama, then go must ask say where them papa, basically. And then they can be say actually they divide family them, and it's a sad circumstances altogether, because when it comes to parenting, it's all about putting your ego aside. just because on a relationship no work, no mean say no not able to be co-parents together. I see a quote yesterday where somebody said not to all relationship for lead to the altar. Because it's not so all relationship for lead to the altar. Because some relationship they see and Bembe say this, even like right now, it is not working. If we go na altar, na the same thing, it will be 10 times worse. I don't know how people like expect say marriage na some 3 be say na like na fact na reset button. I feel like most people see marriage as something like when this person get married, they go through this screening machine, they come out on the other side and become a different person. It's like I don't know who's the right word for use or for describe this. Because if person now who that's them be what una they date, I don't understand how you expect them for be something else. Where the married don't come inside. Because once the married don't come inside, married now a place of comfort. Basically, that's your comfort zone. That's the final destination. Because when you date, you the court, it's about getting to that final destination. And when you get to that final destination, it's like you're comfortable. You don't need for do anything. So if you're not a good person, the goodness they continue for add. But if you're not a person who get a terrible character, it they continue for add. Nothing not they get for change. There is no magic way get for happen. But sometimes people like enforce these things, and when they get married, now the thing becomes unbearable. Then begins but it's true. Not so all married for lead to that day. Especially when it comes to even within some homes themselves, when it comes to disciplinary action, there is always like this disconnects between my mind and my waiting picking for the waiting enough for do. And most times again, this can lead to divorces because if the man feel like say it not get right for discipline in young picking them, and the woman some man can say me picking no make amo anything you do wait ma come now me no waiting for do for me picking. So sometimes woman they feel like but me say na me picking na me born am how no get right for do wait I want for do for discipline for say waiting for say. So they can bring a huge disconnect in most homes. Sometimes like, it can lead to divorce, and if the divorce don't already happen, it can lead to the point where it be say so one parents they abandon the picking and the other parents and just go on your own wait them reach where it big you go find mama or you go find papa and then they knocking actually tell well. But time check comes to the clock right now 9:56. We don't come to the end of the very first hour of the breakfast mix. Now for continue for listening we on Radio 5 97.1, or you can go on with Facebook page. We did it live right now. You're able to be vis-a-vis and engage with the live chat. Don't forget for like and follow the page now Radio 5. Or you can go on the website just in case you're not there on Facebook. Now the same amount of MB now www.5.live, and the website income with the bonus I'll call a prayer line. So now for continue for listening, one for take the news bulletin. When we come back, we can talk about how we can able, how the lack of empathy can actually lead to some of them misunderstanding there. And then of course we go open the phone lines and Yusuf go answer the question. Waiting, you think say they cause conflict within family, or waiting on cause conflict within your own family. Wanna stay tuned, stay fried. We'll be right back after this break.
At Radio Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry 97.1 FM.
Welcome back to Radio Fry on 97.1, the program the way they come to you in the breakfast mix, and we day are Mondays to Fridays 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and me on voice we day so Mina Kamara, Sarah Kamara,
and I'm Bagita Dalton to say, and
we done there from 9 o'clock this morning, and time check almost to the clock right now, now 4 minutes after 10, and tonight the 21st day of July 2022. Still the month of July, still to talk about family issues and affairs. But say at the top of every hour, we take a look at the verse of the day. And today in your verse of the day, they come off from James 4:1. And he say, it's a question actually where it pose at you. He say, what causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? because at the end of the day, you look at some of them things that are really cause misunderstanding within families, within relationship, within marriages. It has to do with our own personal conflicts within ourselves, and they project them onto others, because we get expectations and we expect other people for fulfill them expectations them. So and we don't not fulfill the expectations so according to how we want them to be fulfilled, then we have an issue with the person. But sometimes nobody is a mind reader. We need for first of all
communicate
or do a lot of self-reflection. Ask yourself, why is this so important to me? Why I expect that person there? Or at least we have many person ask you, communicate many person. No, it's only when if the person continue to do them over and over and over and over again, then you can say this is something that is beyond. This is something I can put up with. This is something I cannot put up with, and then you can make a decision where you say it's better for you. But rather you just keep them in the bundle and they expect the person for automatically know. Well, by the way, they're not able to know, because
you actually have some conflicts where some people somebody go down doing something, but they don't actually tell the person what's in the person doing.
Right.
But for years they don't avoid the person.
Right.
And they talk to them, and like we can get instances of or other give example of person where you hold grudge over,
right,
and then we can ask them like the person no, he say well you don't ever try for tell her no, it go no it don't know
no, there's no way it go no. So even if you act on a particular way, the person not even know self say that's why you are acting that way. It will just know no you they act a bit different, but you not gonna know why you they act a bit different. So some of them things that can easily be resolved by just sitting down and saying, this is what you did do, we did make me feel this way. How can we resolve it? How can we move forward from it? And see say, and if you're not possible, it be say get patience to the point where you do that and you go find out say, so that one the person go say, oh I do, oh okay, I don't need me now, I am sorry. But
and then all that vexation we don't get over the months, over the years, they say really like wow, it was that simple.
I'm sorry, the shame can come now. I really expect the person for behave how probably you go down imagine say if I tell her it go vex, it go this, it go make blah blah, then the person just can't say I'm sorry. Sometimes you can just what do I do with my vex? What's that? No. You need for vex. We need for making this plan, but we need to be angry. But it's a funny situation also. That's just me being funny.
Indeed.
But now they can take a look at the effect of lack of empathy and how that they can result into some of the misunderstanding that will occur within the family.
Indeed. If you get lack of empathy within you or within your family, you see say when I get a lot of problems with relationships. People that will lack empathy are more likely to have problems in their relationship with other people, because it leads to arguments when other people feel like say their own feelings or needs are not being understood, and it can also become more difficult for let you form bonds between people, and you get the decreased likelihood for receive meaningful help from people,
right?
Because you're not really like we can get a disagreement and you get a mediator where they try for say okay, well try for look at time from this other person in point of view,
right?
And the person he adamant and say no, I need duam,
right?
Like now so I feel right now, and I want to let them understand what's in me to go through,
right?
And so even when person they try for help them,
right,
then they block her off because they're not even one for relate on the other, they're not even one for think about the other person,
right?
They think about how then they feel in that moment in time, right. So now that then they try for explain, and then you get poor communication where you lack empathy, you get poor communication, you're not able to talk, so you're not able to understand where other people are coming from, right. And it can make communication very, very difficult, and where you lack empathy, it also they cause you for misinterpret within people that actually they try for say, and ultimately that one day they lead to miscommunication, conflict, and in a damaged relationship. Somebody go say something like it depends on the tonation and how you
right.
the person must have said it,
right.
And you go reinterpret them another way, or you the way how you used the tonation of the voice,
right.
Go make the other person look bad,
right.
And so some people then can do that one day, and so we ask the person where we originally say the word or the phrase or the sentence, he go say yeah I talk am, but not so I say, not
right.
to that kind way they how you they describe I actually talk am. So in then instances then it means say the person will go interpret within the other person say actually lack empathy, and so in the end they misinterpret within people and they say, or somebody says something and all of a sudden you switch, you go off on level 100, and then everybody they think, but you don't say anything out of place, but because you get unreserved emotions or anger towards that person, you just they wait for like any ball drop, for let you just attack normal, and so sometimes that one they can happen. And if you lack empathy again, you lack a helping behavior towards other people. Where people then want to feel empathy for other people, then less likely for engage in pro-social actions where they help or where they help other people who need assistance. And this can affect anyone from an individual level all the way up to a systematic group such as like the government, society, your family, and you fail for show empathy towards people who need support. You know, so we've been talking about that one day in terms of humanitarian. Let's say if you see person with a bigger, because you lack empathy, you go think say not their fault. And so you not need for show empathy, you not need for help them, you not need for gain nothing, because you already don't make your conclusion say now because they're lazy, now because then this now make them this. So for that reason you know they show empathy towards them, and that one day not good at all towards anybody. You need for learn for put yourself in other people's shoes. We all get good days. We all get really terrible bad days. But imagine person fan you inside your bad day and judge you because of that bad day. It not gonna be fair. So now make it good for let we learn for put yourself inside other people's shoes. If not, where it can to conflicts, where it can to misunderstandings, it get for affect you family, get for affect you get for affect everybody where they around you, and you always go to get disputes with people. And some people know, some people can actually deal within the community or within families, and then sometimes they can really try for mend some of them broken relationships but they don't really know how, because they're don't so used to the conflict or making conflicts with people that it's just a normal thing for them. And in fact, some of them can brag about causing disputes between people or scattering people, or you being the tyrant within the group. Like some people, and they brag for that one day because that's what you're used to, but it's not a good thing. When you actually sit down and reflect, you realize it's not a good thing. So that one day, now that we get for say about some of the conflicts that we can happen within families. We look at some of the some of the 7 common types of family misunderstanding where they lead to conflict. We'll talk about money, we talk about family business, we talk about the in-laws, then we talk about family events, then we talk about the sibling rivalry and the sibling conflicts over caring for an elderly person, the step-parent, step-child kind of situation. And we've been also talk about the divorced parents and the conflicts over care and discipline for their children. And we just don't talk about why lack of empathy, they actually contribute greatly to all the things and we just don't talk about. But now you're on time for be part of the conversation. When I call we on 088-971-971 for be part of the show. You can also text we, you can WhatsApp we on the same number, or you can go on with Facebook and send in a comment under the live stream. If you not feel comfortable again today for say your name or whatever it is, just call we just answer the call, we listen to your contribution, and we get other people then for listen. And today in your question we would ask you how conflict can happen at your own family. Whose conflicts where you don't experience inside your own family? Call we on 088-971-971 and share your own experience so that somebody else could learn from you. Whether now it's a good learning or bad learning, it's still learning. Then can say even when you make mistake or take bad judgment, it's still good learning, because at the end of the day you realize that it was a bad mistake. But if you not be make that mistake day, sometimes you're not gonna know how to resolve another bigger issue with they in front of you. So it's good for we share we own stories them.
Yeah. So basically when I call you on the number 088-971-971, and we do also on Facebook. Don't forget Dande, because someone can forget about we on Facebook. We do live on Facebook we're at Radio Fry Fry. Now go there, like and follow we page and get any questions or want to interact with we on the live chat. But with the conversation today around family misunderstanding. So, and when they ask the question, like, what's in the cause, what are some of the causes with of conflict with families? And if you don't mind for call we and share your own personal experience, because it's all about you talking and we listening. And sometimes we learn from each other, and learning from each other are the best way we can able to learn. And it's good to know that this thing, they're not just limited to just one set of family, because some people like can feel ashamed of actually voicing out things when they go through, because they feel like say and then no more they go through them and no more they experience this. And even when it comes to mother-in-law issue, father-in-law issue, taking care of the elderly parents, these are something maybe say it's every, like most times people and they go through them, and then it can cause major conflicts within. And some family can go as far as, okay, and see now you listen to when my take charge, you left from there, you turn you back, you go, and the marriage this can lead to divorce. And these are some of the instances that people and they go through. But if you know possibly don't go through that day and don't come on the other side, you can share your experience, so person can learn from you and know how they can able for do them. And we can learn from you, by the way, because not two-way streets. We learn from una self they learn from we. The number is 088971971. I see then the flash we. But no flash, we say, una call, because now somebody flash we. But we will take a music break, actually, just for encourage una. And then when we come back, the phone lines are still open. Number is 088971971. And also cable call we on WhatsApp as well. I think we don't get to call very first caller this morning. Good morning. Yeah. Hello. You don't mind for speak a bit loud?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Okay, well, let's go on our break and we come back. Stay tuned and stay fried.
At Radio Fry Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry Fry, 97.1 FM.
Yes, welcome back to Radio Fry Fry on 97.1. The program again where you listen, where they come to you Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now the breakfast mix, and me where they talk so. Mina Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
And I'm Brigitte Dalton to say.
Time check almost to the clock right now 27 minutes after 10. And we just want to take a look at the quote of the week. And in case you just joined me, where we talk about misunderstanding in families and within the cause. And, we don't spend an hour, 15 minutes or so. They actually highlight some of the major causes of family conflict. And now we don't open the phone lines. We're at 088-971-971. Now for call we and tell we within you feel say can cause conflict within families or within not cause conflict within your own family, and how una don't go about for settle So now for call we, because I'll be experiencing some technical difficulties with the phone, but that also has been rectified. So una no flash wheel, una for call we being. Well, so they wait for the calls. Will they take a look at the quote of the week? In come out from Desmond Tutu, and he say, "You don't choose your family; they are God's gifts to you, as you are to them." And we translate some Pankurio, and he say, "You know they pick your family, then a God in gift to you, just like how you na a gift to them." So you don't basically understand, and they where in the instance where the man and the woman then get the option for actually choose, say, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, but just no say you picking them, they not get a choice for actually choose, say, oh, this now make me be me mama, now I'm me papa. So you need to make sure, say, I get a better understanding of what you need to get yourself into, because sometimes then family conflict here can start even before the family self don't come together, because people are not can actually pay attention to, some of the things that may can lead to then conflicts there. But the phone line's open, and if you're able to call we directly, you can call we on WhatsApp as well. At the same number 088-971-971. But we'll get some comments them on Facebook. We'll go through as we they wait for the calls them for actually come inside. And we'll get Amadou Bailoba, we say GM Fry. And good morning to you too. And you get It's Prosper K Banks, where you say good morning, Fry, Boo City Bobo. Okay. And It's Prosper K Banks say trust guys with all these educative topics you guys bring to us every day. Believe Bokuman go listen, but no go land because Salomon stubborn bad. But now we all know the Salomon and now we all stubborn. But that not was make we stop for actually do what needs to be done at the end of the day. And Prosper K Banks continue for talk say, everyday realities dope. The fry king sweet. Me, I can gain a lot as a young man. As tomorrow when I go get me family, I go know how for treat me with and me picking them. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. And with get Ali Cops to say good morning, Radio Fry. Good morning, listeners of my favorite radio station nationwide. Okay, I like the sense of family way they go on. And he gets Ali Cops continue for say, lie one, my brother. I think he replied to It's Proper K Banks in comments where he make about treating in family right and using this as a learning opportunity where we make sure say he do the right thing where eventually decide for get married. And you get Jibril Sise where he say was an interesting topic, and he continue for say me sister them hard up now one big reason for family misunderstanding. Well, that's true, considering the economic status of the larger majority. And sometimes they can say I think Davido sing in one of his songs, right? Say love is sweet, for money enter love is sweeter. And I think Bintu self mentioned them yesterday where man they come with, woman they come with, the name na daddy, mommy, and the can they flow sweetly. Or that way be say add up the way see do clean picking mama I don't mix so. Me person don't ask me. Me person don't ask me. I know they self. It can be like really, really
off-putting.
Off-putting, that's the word. It can be off-putting, and because some man not able to self or sleep fine because say as though they clean. The first way they can begin ask you for chop money, and they can ask you for transport, and they can ask you for lunch, and all that they self now can make life expenses itself inside salon not that long because too much stress again about usa you next meal they come off from. They put so much stress because anything where you suffer from mentally it affects your physical health. But we'll talk about mental health. People will understand the impact where mental health gets on your own physical health because look at Sarah, people not take that much attention, pay attention to mental health. You will see this person just look up and die and say nothing not kill them more. But if you take a good look, okay, well we get to very first caller this morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. And how bad are you, sir? Okay. So what's your contribution this morning?
And a contribution this morning, just like other I message you take adopt something about family, like that. Adopt the Bundori. Now based on that all the family understanding come up on that there. So I know say you know about that there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, and I'll continue for call we on 088-971-971.
Right.
Yes. And you get any text messages?
No, not really. Not really. I don't get any text messages.
When I need text, so WhatsApp we and the line did it all the time you open to now.
Okay.
Yes. And we get a message from Patricia Kabia that says, good morning, Radio Fry. When I continue for call, we're on 088-971-971. Today, we'll talk about conflicts within family. And the question we would throw out to Una, waiting can cause conflict or how conflicts don't happen inside on our own families. Them we don't take with him for 1 hour, 15 minutes. They explain some of the instances where misunderstandings can come about and how that one day they lead now to conflict. And after we talk about some of the things, and we will also talk about why lack of empathy now a big factor where they contribute to all the misunderstandings all the conflicts and the way they happen. And now the time for let una self just share on your own story. So we self the talk una say for talk, not to just we no more. We not there also for just sit down talk. No, una say for call we and tell we about una own experiences within una own families. Every family not perfect. Let's make that clear. Even my own family not perfect. Cameron, your own family not perfect.
No.
We all don't got disputes, conflicts in some form of way. But where you there as a family, you need for learn for understand everybody in temperament. You need for learn for understand, say, okay, we're able to overcome this together because we already get the foundation of love. Foundation of love does not mean disagreements, they not they come up. Foundation of love means, say, where disagreements they come up, una they able resolve them. But where the foundation of love not they, where conflict, disputes then come inside, it asks for let una resolve them. And, holding grudges and being malicious, backbiting within families is not healthy, and it breaks down entire generations over time.
Right.
And so the reason why we they take with them forget this kind of conversation now for let we break them chains, then they break them barriers, then we can cause the issues then they within families them, so that we're able to live a lot more peaceful life. And so many things happen in the world that we're not happy about, that we not get control over, but the things that way you get control over, you're able to actually play a huge role for make sure say it goes smoothly, it goes better, you're able to overcome. But if you think say everything for be somebody else, we all constantly they give you, but you not ever they give back, then it will be difficult for you ever find happiness. Because if you think say you search out from people they not always get for give you that happiness day. So sometimes you need for play your own small role. Maybe you as a family member, if everybody else dip and fet, what you can do, you can be the mediator. Like me and Papa, na your job dandy.
Right.
And it don't become mature in that. So anytime where issues then can come up within families, because in the one way can sit down na in they listen to people them, they take sides, like just like a therapist, I guess. They take side, they listen to this person, listen to that person, and give in your 2 cents and say, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Okay, how una think so una they able to resolve this? So most of the time the answers that not they come up from them is still they come up from you, because at the end of the day now you need for resolve you issues them. So if you not get then kind people then they within your family as well, it's difficult for even let you resolve issues them like your family.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you need to maybe say able level na all. Give una that create that source of a balance between una. But at the end of the day, back when we look at the dynamics, because in most instances, like I think one major thing we stand out, you mentioned one of the reasons them of conflict when money and family business. I think we'll get a call I also we've been called, we talk about the devolution of estates the last time, where said something in regards to Dande. And if you actually go in depth, you go find out that Dande don't come with a divide within the family. Because even though probably in the young one, then at the family, but just because you not big one, not automatically means say, if in the instances of parents, that means say just because you're not the big one, you for take everything and just hoard them. This idea of hoarding things just for yourself. Because if you are living a good life, enough, when parents and don't left money, una parents don't left money, una all deserve for get a fair share for making you a better chance at life. But you not go take them no more for yourself, and you just they use them for yourself. Make sure say you and you immediately probably you picking them, then they live a good life. Then your siblings and they look for whether not step siblings now or whether not have siblings now, then they look at you, you live a good life, and I don't know that you check them. Then say now them parents hard earn money, but why make so much can just feel like say no more? I deserve for get the larger share. I should be the one living the better life. I should be the one for get everything. While the other people in the look like how do you even sleep at night knowing that you, because of your own selfish interest, because of your own because you are being inconsiderate to other people, your own blood, like literally your own blood, then they suffer for get by day to day, for even probably for each seven the struggle, but you so comfortable that you not even they put them in, like that's why I think we mentioned at the end of this lack of empathy. It all boils down to lack of empathy, because if you're able to put yourself now your brother or your sister issue, irrespective of their age, because if you back why eat chicken every day, not say them back one for eat chicken every day. If you want for drive car around, like make things easily accessible to you, then self one for then self deserve. If you say you deserve all them things, then they no say back, then self deserve them thing, then they as a person. But you know, go and just take a no more becoming at the big one. I don't understand the thought process behind that, but I don't say it's a cultural thing. We don't inbred them. Even when you small self, I think even when they talk about in Juno, we talk about picking them. Even when it comes to food and meat, it's a cultural thing where if you say pikin no for eat meat, but you look at the pikin, he actually need the protein because he still lep and go. You the big one, you don't already grow.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to food proportions, the first thing you go put boku for the big one, and the pikin them then go get small one.
Yeah, and they go being malnourished.
Then go be malnourished because then the pikin in the pan go, you the big one already don't go down. So this night and that's how it can begin. And so it can begin small, say that sense of entitlement, boop don't come inside. And when it don't come inside now, you define and say, then they find them difficult as big person for even adjust. Because in the second say, I dey implement the same thing. For what small, me as the big one, I don't eat the boku rice, the boku beef. So when it comes to finances, when we are older, I should get the better. I mean for live the luxurious life. What about the other person? Sometimes we just need for sit back and take yourself and put yourself now you small one their shoes and say how I go feel if na me dey in that position, then that me small one day in my own position and it treats me this way. Exactly. Just sit down and reflect, ask yourself that and reflect how you go feel. If you get any type of feeling, then say what you are doing is wrong. So even if culture say this, sometimes we need for look beyond culture and come with we human aspect inside of them. If you empathize with other people, they definitely understand. Because everything where you lack for yourself, that good eat where you lack for it, where you want sleep now comfortable bed, where you say you go inside the bed, you lost the feathers and this. Everybody self wants Sunday for themselves. But as a family, you need for see them as a need, like, well, what I want for myself, let me go that self enjoy them. And some families them you can see one big one in the make but it ensure say it take care of all his siblings, provide for them, empower them, make sure like not all 2 aid and they then get. I don't know. I think that's a phrase Nigerian parents thinking. It's also 2 aid, but it just can happen. See no more. These people are more considerate.
Yeah.
They empathize. Then put themselves in their siblings' and shoe and say, if I did in that position, and that person, this is going to make you do for me. So myself, they go ahead and do them for them and give them a better chance of life. Because hey, life not get manual. Life you not get manual because some people can start out, some people can start out with a silver gold spoon, they lost them along the line. Some people not can start out with that. Some people can just go acquire them later in life. But it's all about empathy and ensuring they will take care of your family. But we get another caller. Good morning.
When I'm morning at the studio, Regista Kamara.
Good morning.
Morning, Polish morning. Anyway, the topic where they over here is very interesting. Family misunderstanding. As Boku things he calls family misunderstanding. Even pressure self inside family, they call family misunderstanding. Boku people they don't know it now. What is I mean by pressure? Certain parents where the way they don't marry, more. More where they not say that man that man he get money. They request fast mass request.
Okay.
They call family misunderstanding. You know, say you see a man, he get money. All see no more now. Go tell your man, say let buy rest for me. Go tell your man, say let give me shop. Go tell your man, say let. Now they call family misunderstanding. They make the man go, they afraid the king away don't mind. Go talk say, I can see the family that they get problem. Always let's say no more. I mean they have offer. All see I mean no more. They call family misunderstanding. The other thing the way they call family misunderstanding and kissing back now other kissing way they call family misunderstanding. Where they sit on the partner, not honest.
Yeah.
Now other kissing and the way they call family misunderstanding. You know, say certain people they back where they do. They can mention one narrow I wanna say. But people that they feel so proud where they hurt the partner for say sorry. Sorry, now one thing that the way they tell the partner, they make it has a cold. And like you get one mad. As he says no more sorry, darling. They don't forgive. But people then the way don't do you bad. For let them calm down and say sorry. It is taking step very important. You know they ever talk say sorry. So family misunderstanding, they both sides. Then are the woman in your part, then are the man in your part as well. So are they.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now, one thing I like what I said too, now we can always end in call with Adeutuna. So I said, so thank you very much for the with we. But we will go for a short break, and when we come back, we will continue for entertaining our calls number. Say number 088 971 971. But let's go for the break.
At Radio Fry Fry, we believe your voice, your story can impact lives, change narratives, and make the difference in our community. Don't shy away from using it. We love you. If you need a listening ear or a comforting word, visit our website at www.fryfry.life. Click on the prayer line and we'll be there to listen and pray with you. You are important and you matter. We love you, for this is Radio Fry Fry, 97.1 FM.
Yes, welcome back to Radio Fry Fry 97.1 FM. If you just joined the show, this is not the breakfast mix here on Radio Fry Fry, and we're on there since 9 a.m. this morning, and the show they can round up in the next couple of minutes. And today we don't talk about conflicts within families, how arguments, disputes then can come up within families, them waiting at the actual cause for them. And we don't look at some of the instances that can contribute towards then conflicts. And we talk about money not a big thing, because if you deal within a poor family or the economic is very, very poor, then families then tend forget disagreements here and there about money. You get family business where the families then get one particular business where it comes to inheritance now or succession issues then can come up who that they in charge. We also talk about in-law related conflicts where you in-law then they come inside you house, them for dictates to you, waiting for happen within your house, personalities and they clash, you serve this try for stand your ground. Typical arguments and can come up between them two people then they. And you also get conflict over family events where it can to weddings them, where it can to party, any kind of event. Arguments must come or day where it can to the guest list, where it can to food, where it can to location, all these little things that we can think, say, oh, not just small something, actually they attribute to something even greater. And then we get sibling rivalry between siblings that way they fit. Right. If you get boy picking, we not like gal picking, we not like this one, cousin then we not like this one, then rivalry, then they scatter family them. And you get sibling conflicts as well, where it can for take care of the older parents. Usually, like we say, within the African setting, that the woman them then can expect for take that load day and that burden day. And you also get step parent and step child conflict where it can to blended families them. You get two sets of parents, two sets of families there. We don't use for day on their own or use some kind way how then they live, then when I don't try for come together. Even in some instances the parents then go still get a disagreement where one go say, well, wait for me why I come, I can't deal with them because na me sabi am. And so the step parents within are the also not able to take charge or take control over the situation. And you also get divorce parents waking have arguments over the care of them picking or the discipline of them picking them, and conflicts then can come inside them one and day. And then we look at like what actually cause these misunderstandings. Right. And one major thing where we research now lack of empathy. Right. Empathy now where you feel for put yourself inside people then shoes, or feel for put yourself in the situation of somebody else. Try to think about this other person's own point of view. When you fail for do that one day, it creates loads of problems with you trying to create bonds with people. You're not able to create good, lasting, meaningful relationships with people. It means that your communication very, very poor. If you're not person, we're not able for actually express yourself. Instead you they react. Instead you they lash out rather than talk about your feelings or try to communicate something. It cause an effect on conflict. And also where you have that lack of helping other people, humanitarian love, unconditional love for other people, it makes it very difficult for you actually not get conflict within your family. And those are some of the things that we don't talk about today. We don't go through some of the Facebook messages then we're gonna be sent to and we hope that when I don't enjoy the conversation today, we get for day back tomorrow for talk about another interesting topic.
Yeah, I think we got a couple of messages. Okay. And we get this from Amadou Mansare from Bo. And he said, thank you guys. You guys are really doing well. Kudos, Sarah and others. Amadou Mansare. And he says, again, he said, continue for reiterates the point that we are doing well. And we get this one. You say you are discussing about the laws in the country, but we Sierra Leoneans are suffering from injustice in the country. No good justice for the poor. Check in the Male Correctional Center. The Male Correctional Center keeps in citizens out of the country with no good with no good food and poor and proper investigation. And we get another one where you say, I listen to the radio Fry daily, mostly on the repeated version of the night, but your station keeps on going on and off. Okay, please work on your transmission. I love listening to your station. Okay, you know, see the rain right now, right? So it affects a lot of transmissions, but they effectively they work on that, they for ensure say we can put on our favorite programs them every single day. So now continue for listen. We get for day back tomorrow with it's an end of the week conversation. So not miss out, and hopefully they no go kind of go disturb we again. But I wanna thank you for on continuous support and for always they tune in and they listen. Wanna continue for do that. This is an ongoing process. It's a learning process. We only do this now for 7 months. You know, the 8 months with the can't pencil. So always remember that we love you at Radio Fry. And because we love you so much, I make we get prayer line on our website. Don't forget to utilize them. Just type www.fryfry.life. If you visit one of the website, you see I'm up there. And you don't need to worry about paying any extra charges when you make the call, because they're just as simple as making a WhatsApp call, in fact. But until we see ourselves tomorrow, Mina Kamara, Sarah Kamara.
And I'm Brigitte Dalton to say.
Stay blessed. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.